USA from RPM. Our name says it all. Get the latest hits while they're the hottest. With Top Hits USA, you'll have the track for sure. Visit tophitsusa.com or call 800-521-2537 and get a free demo.
Checking out. Yeah, that's a tough thing. Hey, gang, we are live. I'm waiting for Ben to get back.
Top Hits USA from RPM.
And then
Top Hits USA from RPM.
Wait, there are too many buttons. I'm hitting buttons now. This button, clear that shot, and there. Oh, finally, we're here, Ben.
Are we really?
We're really, honestly, truly here, and I'm going to apologize to start off the evening. We do not have an escalator or a moving walkway in this video.
Those are apparently what people want to see.
I mean, if we'd have known, we would have been bringing you guys moving walkways from around the country.
I see a lot of them.
MSP has some nice ones. Denver has some nice ones. Orlando has some nice ones. Vegas.
Well, that Facebook Live video I filmed with 2,000 plus views was on the MSP ones. So
there's just so many.
And they're putting in a new one at the hotel that I'm at here right now. And I thought it was funny. I was going to take a picture of it under construction because, just moving walkways are such a big deal. Apparently.
They're fascinating.
You're right.
They're completely fascinating for the crowd. Oh, thank you guys for joining us tonight. It is Tuesday night, where we chat with Ben Stowe and learn all about important things that really didn't matter until he told us, and now they become the most important things in our lives for at least 10 minutes.
Well, on that note, so you mentioned that we were really here.
We are.
And I was thinking of an article I read just the other day, when I had 8 hours in an airport to kill. And it said that there's a new theory now that the universe is actually more like a hologram, and it's really more like two-dimension. So like how I appear to be three-dimensional to you on a screen, which is two-dimensional, is somewhat of how the universe might really be. They're looking at all this, like white noise, microwaves and things around the original Big Bang. Anyway, so we might not really be here, actually.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, sort of. I don't know. It's very interesting.
One
of those things you didn't know you needed to know until now you know it.
And now you know. And now you're going to be going to bed tonight and thinking, God, am I really here?
Well, I mean, we're really here, but we're maybe really two-dimensional,
And that's even worse. But then again, if we're two-dimensional, think about it. We'd look a lot more. It would look a lot nicer. We aren't sticking out in bulges in places. That would work.
Yeah.
That would work. Okay, so tonight, gang, we are going to be diving into the one of the largest questions that came out last week after Ben was showing pictures of his backpack that basically had sacrificed its life over many, many trips, countless 100,000 miles plus.
Probably to the tune of probably closer to 500,000 miles, I figured.
Jeez.
It had been around a long time. I think it was at all 5 national championship games that I worked. It's been on numerous tours. It would be impossible to tell you how many trade shows. This is like my 115th trip to Vegas that I'm on right now, and the backpack is probably on at least half of those. I don't know, So it served dutifully, and it has been replaced with an identical twin. And it's interesting as I thought about this. I think about the things that we talk about on the show, and some really useful stuff. And I get to sort of hide behind the veil of science for many of it. But this is kind of deeply personal. I mean, this is my, this backpack goes with me everywhere I go. It's
right.
It's my life in a bag. I thought this is really interesting. This is really kind of deeply personal. So, and you're going to find out how incredibly lame I am as an individual.
Well, just to change topics slightly, Ben, this is indeed number 75 tonight. I just went and we have 74 episodes up. This is number 75, and I wanted to make sure that they were all in the playlist were our Tuesday night shows. And yes, they are indeed.
So this is our 75th show.
Yes. So our very first show, let's get a date on that very first one. I don't want to hear it. We did our very first one. We actually streamed it live February 2nd of 2014 from...
Okay, I was going to say March 2014. Okay, it's February. Okay.
Yep, we did our very first one in the exhibit hall. Let's see, that would have been over at the Riv. Yes? 2014. Yeah, Mobile Beat, because we did a before the show, and since then we have done 75 or 74. Now we're on our 70. This will be 75 tonight.
So there you go, 75 shows. Thanks.
Da, da, da.
Thanks for keeping me around, John.
Yeah, well, thanks for the viewers who keep coming back to see escalator videos. They've been.
Listen, I don't want to kill our viewership for tonight, but we don't have an escalator tonight.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we can. Maybe there's one towards the end.
Well, I am gonna, I think, go to a movie tonight, and I'll take the escalator to the movie, so you can have some comfort in knowing that at least I'll ride it.
Yeah. I'll take a picture of it. Here's a selfie of me on the escalator.
I got a few pressing quotes to get done for some people, and I'm going to get those done, and then maybe catch a movie. We'll see. So.
Let's see. True North, the DJ mentions ETX speakers, and you guys maybe got a chance to see today. I had posted a picture. I just got the ETX 12s in. That's the 12P. It's something that a lot of you have heard me talk about the EKX from EV. That I have a pair of those, but I wanted to kind of step up a little bit. I did a comparison between my 15 in the EKX against a 15 in the ETX, and there is an audible difference.
Oh yeah, it's real. You notice it. I mean, EKX is great, but ETX is like I said, weapons grade. And if there wasn't a difference, it'd be pretty hard to explain the price difference. So
precisely.
There's, again, that correlation of price and performance.
And earlier today, someone asked after I posted that picture, they asked, well, why didn't I go with the 15? And Ben, I think, I don't remember where we had talked about that a little bit, but you had made a reference to liking, how did you say that? How the 12 was voicing. Yes, voicing.
I love the voicing of that 12. It really cuts, you miss a little bit on the bottom end, but not that much. And if you're using it with a sub, I just love how that 12 sounds. I really do.
And that was when I was able to hear those for the very first time when Mr. Stowe took us back into the room there and played those. My favorite combination of all the combinations, and I mean they had the 18s and they had the was it a 235?
The 35P.
35P. Okay, there we go.
The three-way?
The three-way, yep. They had all the different configurations, but the one I liked the most was the 12-inch above the 15-inch sub in that configuration.
It's very punchy. Yeah, a 15-inch sub is very punchy.
Yeah.
My favorite combination is the 12 over the 18, just because, I love to have that bass take over, I mean, not ruin the music, but to be, full and solid. And the 15 is a very punchy sub, but I like my bass to be very present. Yeah.
So anyway, just to give you guys a little heads up on that, because that was.
Yeah, that's a preference thing. I mean, neither of us is right or wrong here, and that's why, come to Mobile Beat and listen to the demo, our EV demo room, and, decide what combination you like best. There's a reason to make them both. So.
Precisely. And the different lines, because the EKX is a great sounding line, different price point. The ZLX series.
ZLX, I think, is the most underrated speaker. I mean, it greatly outperforms its price point. Now, there's just no way to compare ZLX to ETX. There's a reason that they're on opposite ends of the But boy, is ZLX a fantastic bargain for what it costs.
Yeah, just an incredible. And I've heard numerous people who have that and are, I wouldn't go up at all. I love these little speakers, and again, at that price point, it's fabulous. So anyway, not that we were going to, but you guys would have seen the picture today, and I wanted to make sure we talked about that before all of a sudden somebody's like, "Hey, what about?"
We're just keeping them in suspense before we dig into my backpack. So.
Sean asked the difference in weight between the 15 and the 12. I'm going to. This is just off memory.
10 to 20 pounds.
20. I think it's a good 20 pounds because I believe the 12s are about 50 pounds, and I think in the ETX series, I believe the 15s are about 70.
We're talking about the tops or subs?
Tops.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about 15 versus 18 sub. I mean, correctly. I'm sorry.
No, 15 and a 12. So
I don't think it's quite that much. It's only 60 pounds for the 15-inch top.
Oh well, I think it's heavier than that on the ETX series because it was a beast. I know that maybe. Yeah, I would have to take a look. Maybe it is a 49 and 59 thing, but.
Okay, somebody who's not paying attention can look it up here.
Yeah.
Real quick.
And of course, the EKX is a lighter cabinet, and as you go down, they are definitely lighter. That's why
EKX is 15 millimeter birch. The ETX is 18 millimeter birch. So just a lot more rigidity, and it's just a beefier box.
And the I've got both the 12s and the EKX and the ETX. Lori's that's going to be her top speakers is the EKX because they're a little bit lighter. She can handle those very, very well. Throw those up on top, and off she goes. So that's what she wanted to use when she gets back into the DJ thing now. So
right on.
Good for her.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's time to dig into the backpack.
All right. Well, so first we should look at the backpack because there's a lot of questions about that, and this might take us a while because this thing has pockets and compartments and places I forgot they existed. So here's the backpack. All right.
Now it has your logo on it. So now is this something that's a custom made just for you, or can a person buy this one?
No and yes. So this is made by Leeds. It's the 11 series backpack. And so you can probably get them a number of places, but these were originally selected by our marketing department for our NLFX employees exclusively. Because many of us travel on the road so much, this was just something that we all have to keep our lives in order on the road,
right.
Anyway, the recent popularity of them, Kat, who of course is our marketing director, has loosened the reins a little bit and has allowed people to order these at our actually ends up being a little bit below what we actually pay for them because we just sort of rounded it, after we ship them to them and whatever. But she said, we'll, we have a lot of people who obviously, love NLFX a lot and we love you back. And so it's a great backpack for road warriors. Why don't we let people, get these? It's not like it's a crazy exclusive, it's just, so yes, they are available now, but it's not an exclusive to us, just with our logo on it,
Sure.
But ironically, it's a little cheaper with our logo on it because of Cat subsidizing it basically through the marketing department. So, and we're getting them at our direct cost with Leeds. So,
cool.
So there's the backpack. One of the really cool features that I love a lot, going through airports a bunch, and something that you won't. I don't. My laptop is not in it because I'm talking on it right now. So look, I have to pretend. But the back here, and this is nice too. This slides over luggage handles, Oh,
so nice.
Set it on my suitcase and roll away. But the laptop compartment is back here. Conveniently, it's open because my laptop is being used. But there's two zippers up here. Which turn the laptop compartment into a flap with an inspection window.
Yes.
And a little TSA thingy here. So I don't have to take my laptop out when I go through security if I don't get pre-checked, which seems to be happening more and more. I don't get pre-checked. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So when I don't get pre-checked, I just flop open my compartment and send it on the belt, and I never have to take my laptop out, which is really nice because, per TSA rules, your laptop has to be in a separate bin, and it just, people who are around me, especially non-frequent travelers, are just amazed how fast I go through security, and that's a part of that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I love that feature. That was actually, I think, one of the reasons we went with this backpack. And then let's see, I don't have any particular order for this. Let's just start at the top. Got this little compartment here, and it does have a little pass-through for headphones, which I never use. But I do use this compartment for keeping my audio connectors and my hearing protection, which I'll show you in a second. And the zipper pull for this has my traveling companion, the one and only Sith Lord, courtesy of my very, very, very good friend Mike Cronin, who is the operations director at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center down in Atlanta. So he's a very capable stagehand and technician, and we've seen him on the show, I think, in the past. So
yeah,
we talked about dropping cupcakes from a beam with Mike.
We did. That was a good. We needed the demonstration. I've thought of that a few times.
So in this compartment,
Ben, somebody asked padding for that computer area. Is there pretty good padding on that?
oh yeah, it's nice. You know, I don't have a lot of padding on me. I think that's kind of evident, and it's comfortable to wear. It's good for those long periods of time. So in this compartment here, I've got some various audio connectors.
There you go. Yep.
You know, just knowing you're going to need a few little adapters.
Yep.
I have the iPhone to headphone, the lightning adapter. Thanks a lot, Apple. I've got a standard 3.5 millimeter cable.
Yes.
And I've got some foamies, which I always keep a few pair with me, but they're not for me. They're for people who just inevitably are around me and loud music and seem to need some. So I just got a few. I have my own, which are custom molded to me. And these are a flat attenuation, about 17 dB. So I hear what the sound sounds like, mostly the same, just quieter.
Sure. What is a pair of good molded earphones or hearing protection? What does that run price wise these days? Any idea?
A couple $100, I think. I don't. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Couple $100 maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you what. I have a daughter who is hearing impaired, and I'll tell you what. Those things are a lot cheaper than hearing aids. So
isn't that the truth? Yes. My mother-in-law was looking at those because of needing those, and oh my gosh.
Yeah. So just if you're weighing the cost right now, don't be a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Penny wise and pound foolish. You know. So
a couple of questions about colors. Do you know if that backpack comes in different colors?
You can have any color you want as long as it's black with red piping.
Okay, there we go.
Like Henry Ford and his black Model Ts,
Yep,
right?
every color is available. As long as it's...
I hate to see the padding and whatnot, by the way. So, yeah, they only come in black and red. Well, let's stay on the exterior pockets here. We got 2 exterior pockets on this side. So let's take a look. Top pocket, I've got a USB extender cable. I've got napkins and a couple tape measures.
A couple of them.
Yes.
Because
sometimes you need to be measuring in 2 places, and I don't know. Maybe in case one breaks, I have to. I don't know why I have to.
You have to.
So that's not the weirdest thing in here, I promise. Let's see the bottom side compartment. I've got my various adapters.
For the laptop, yeah.
Everything, yes, and Thunderbolt to Ethernet and FireWire and all that. I've got my presentation clicker, because of course I do a lot of presentations.
Nice.
And I have my Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz scanner, which just plugs into the USB, and then my computer becomes a 2.4 gigahertz spectrum analyzer. So that's very useful, as 2.4 is problematic and crowded everywhere I go. And then, of course, I have some spare batteries.
Da-da-da.
Yes, you gotta have those. So some Pro cells. By the way, none of the brands that I'm mentioning here endorse me or pay anything for me to mention their names, so feel no need to buy them.
Yeah. Well, except the Stanley tape measures; those are pretty awesome.
Yes. Maybe you could work on some endorsement deals, Don. This is maybe with the most interesting compartment here. I don't know, but this side compartment here. Well, let's go across the middle bottom first. This is where I keep power cords and chargers and that sort of thing.
Nice.
So, all right. So this side compartment here has all kinds of good stuff. It's a long compartment, as you can see.
Okay.
And in here, I've got a sewing kit. I don't know if I know.
Okay, how many people would have if we'd have made a list of things, what's in Ben's bag? How many of you would have guessed a sewing kit was in there?
Well, you just never know. So this one, maybe more people would have guessed. Electrical tape.
There we go. That's
a multimeter, a pocket multimeter.
And I think we saw that someone
Yeah, I've got several of those. Only one in this backpack. Cable ties. A spare battery charger.
Mm-hmm.
And its cable. And an umbrella.
Nice. That goes ting ting ting.
What's that?
It's one of them. Yeah, you push the button and it does this up and we carry 2 of those with our bags.
So we're gonna flip the bag over on its back here so I can get in a little easier.
And at NAMM this year, that was a great thing to have, that little umbrella.
I was a very popular person this year at NAMM.
Yeah.
All right, let's zip that pocket up. Let's do the logo pocket. We'll do the exterior logo pocket. So in here, all kinds of good stuff, and nice little organizational whatnot in there.
Yeah.
So first thing, of course, you saw Fallout sunglasses, which happen to be sunglasses. More on that. Of course, some pens, spare wireless mic antenna. You just never know. This is rather trying to get stuff out of here. Of course, some Sharpies, a voltage tester, sensors for voltage, a really good flashlight.
Nice.
Yeah, even strobes. Woo! Light show to go.
So I had a variation of that in my bags the last time I flew down to Anaheim. And
I have to say before you say that, this is a gift of my good friend Chris Ferris. So I want to make sure I mention those because this is a great flashlight and it served me so well. Sorry.
Very nice, very nice. TSA in both situations, we're looking at the flashlights. So I've got some very high end LED flashlights that I think I paid like $60 for because I bought it from da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
Both times it's like, dude, what are you doing with my flashlight? Leave it on. Oh, this is really cool.
Yeah, this is actually a Streamlight, so it's same as many law enforcement and whatnot use. And again, no endorsements here. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sleep mask.
Ah, there's something I've never taken with before. Yes.
Sometimes you just need to get some sleep, and you have to do it where you can. Lanyard.
Yeah.
Go to trade shows and you end up with a lanyard or whatever, or you need to hang a lanyard on something. Altoids, always a good thing to have around.
Wonderful things.
Check it out. So this is the coolest business card holder ever, and I don't know how many times people have tried to steal this. Actually, that's yeah. And this comes from my friend, my good friend, and the founder of DJ Idea Sharing and the co-founder of the Lighting Symposium, from Mike Fernino. Here we go. Check it out. Is that not just awesome or what?
Oh, that is pretty cool.
All right. No, wait. It gets better. Check it. You ready?
Yep. Oh, man.
So this is like gold, all right, let's see in here some more miscellaneous stuff. We got some hotel notepads because they fit in here. Here's a distressed traveler coupon. Just getting a collection of those now, I think. A whole guide.
Okay.
As a whole, yeah, and some other miscellaneous things here, conversion charts and whatever, most of that I just have on my phone now, but I keep it in there. So put this stuff back real quick and we'll move on. Do we still have any viewers or do they tune out?
Oh, no. We've got a nice crowd. They're waiting for the multi-tool. Let's see.
I fly. I can't take a multi-tool.
Yep, that's true. That is going to check-in because that's where I carry mine, is in the check-in.
Yeah. So, and we saw my toolbox one other show, so we can see that obviously there was a lot more sharp and dangerous items in that. This has to be able to go on the plane with me. So again, bear that in mind. Everything here, I have to get through TSA without being,
confiscated.
Yeah, I don't want to get gloved. So All right, into the main compartment,
That-
which inside the main compartment, there's more compartments. There's a whole bunch of compartments inside the main compartment. It's just really awesome.
You know, Kat's going to sell a ton of these backpacks.
Well, which is actually, we lose money on every one.
I know. That's what I'm saying is that we probably should have talked to her about pricing before we did this show.
That's all right. You know what? It's for a good cause. It's for our friends. So, so in this outer compartment here, in no particular order, let's see. You've got a first aid kit.
Very important.
Got an assortment of cables, Ethernet, HDMI, and USB and otherwise. We got some propaganda. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at that.
See, Kat, I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I mean, we're covering bases here.
With the propaganda. Tech Trap, which this has all sorts of USB drives and things in it, and a couple of pins promoting our financing. And inside the back here, zipper compartment is like a lint-free cloth to clean the screen. Here we go. A couple of family pictures.
Yeah, I was wondering when we're going to get to those.
Yep, and they've got Velcro on the back. Many times the bunk walls on tour buses are carpeted, so I can just stick them right on there. And so I get the fan with me.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. This was a gift from my youngest daughter, and it's a little Star Wars bracelet. And I don't wear bracelets or anything much because I work with my hands a lot.
Yes.
She said, "Well, just wear this anytime you're sad and miss me, Daddy." So,
Oh man,
keep it with me. So, oh golly, let's see. A pair of headphones. These are a gift from my friend Carl. So
yes.
So love these. We're into the main compartment now. All right, we're into the home stretch, folks. In the main compartment here, this is here we got a hooded sweatshirt that rolls up real nice and thin. So obviously, traveling around the country, you're in climate changes, and sometimes you just can't pack right.
Yes.
Or you and your packed bag get separated, which leads us to our next item.
The toiletry. The small.
Get down deeply personal here, but in this roll, there's a T-shirt, a pair of clean underwear, and a pair of clean socks.
Oh, okay.
Well, if I get stranded overnight in a hotel, but somehow my bag doesn't get returned to me, which happens more than you'd think, I can at least feel like a human being the next day. Again, you have to be careful with the toiletries because, liquids and gels and that sort of thing. Usually hotels will have that kind of stuff, but I want clean socks, underwear, and a shirt.
Yeah, they won't give you clean underwear for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah,
Come on, front desk. Where's the clean underwear? Sorry, sir.
Yeah, you got that right. This holds my phone and attaches to a car vent, so I can use my phone as a GPS in the rental car. Got quite a collection going on the table here.
Yeah, you do.
Pair of safety glasses from my friends at Sellstrom Safety Gear in Chicago. They make awesome stuff. Parts of my harness lanyard and stuff are from them, and so are these safety glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to their HQ there, and it was pretty awesome. I have to say, I geek out on stuff like that. Some gum. And you'll see a recurring theme here now. We got lots and lots and lots of snacks. Because again, you just don't know when you're going to be stuck somewhere and what's going to be available and when you just need a little more energy to keep going. So those are very handy. We mentioned the headphones earlier, also a set of in-ear monitors. These are IEMs. So in addition to the ones that are just for hearing protection, these, of course, go in my ear, and I can use them like headphones, but they're in-ear monitors. Let's see. Now we're into the home stretch here, I think. We're into the inner compartment. We've got some funky cards and envelopes. Occasionally in my travels, I encounter ordinary people doing extraordinary things that deserve some appreciation, and sometimes I like to, just leave a note saying thanks for just being awesome. and making my life easier when you do. Let's see, we've got some the ever important order forms.
Nice.
Yes, but that is at the end of the day, you got to take care of customers, right?
That's what it's about.
Then in this folder is a project that I'm working on for a customer. His specifications and whatnot are in there, and I think we have made it through. There's one more side zipper compartment in here, but I'm not utilizing it. So,
was that one of those that you just stumbled across and was like, whoa, I could put?
Every time I open this thing, I find more compartments. And I've had this model of backpack for years now. And obviously I pack it in a certain order that makes sense to me, and I know where everything's at. I can get to it. But it's really interesting, in fact, to me, because all my coworkers have them, or most of my coworkers have them, and they'll pack it differently, and I'm like, that's wrong. That's just not. No, you did it wrong. No, that's not what that pocket's for. Are you crazy? But obviously, it's an individual thing. They can't help it. They just don't know any better.
So Ben, have you taken a weight of that fully loaded?
It's and so there's a few things that aren't in here right now because it depends on the trip. Sometimes I'll put in like a DMX tester and some other things. Maybe like a Show Express interface or something, just so I have the ability to turn my computer into a lighting controller if need be. And my little DMX tester, of course, and all that sort of stuff. So it fluctuates between 25 and 30 pounds. I get some, every now and then you'll get somebody on a plane who'll, here, let me help me get that down for you. And they're like, oh, gee, what's in this thing? They're not expecting, 25 pounds doesn't sound like much until you try to pull it down. Yeah. It catches people by surprise. And believe me, it feels like a lot when you're running through the airport.
And now we've circled back to the moving walkway videos.
Well, you know what? I don't. I try not to use the moving walkways much when I travel because that's sometimes about the only exercise I get. It feels pretty good to, stretch my legs a little bit.
Get out and walk, yes.
So I just get out and walk, and I'll try to avoid the moving walkways. Just so I don't drop dead in 5 years. I know it's morbid. Sorry, viewers, but that is.
It's the reality of the situation, and there have been some airports, especially in Denver, where you have to go from one to the other, and it's like, here's a moving walkway, no one is on it, and I want to walk down the wrong way just to get more steps in between here and there, and then of course that's when there's this guy with a badge who comes over. It's like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing?
Yeah, sometimes I'll take the stairs instead of the escalators too, and you get some weird looks from people. I think some people think you're just showing off or you're an overachiever, and I'm like, it ain't about you, it's about me. I'm just doing this for me because I'm going to sit again for the next 4 hours on a plane, and I can still make it up and down the stairs, and I think we've all watched our parents and grandparents age, and you realize there's going to come a time when you can't, so doggone it, while I can, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just stubborn like that.
For sure. Good stuff, Ben. They were guessing on the model, or how did they, if they want to order a backpack like that. I put a link into the description that had all the backpacks on the website, but I don't know, is that on that page?
It's not on our website. So The only way you're going to be able to get one of these is to contact Kat directly. Because again, this is not an item per se. It comes through our marketing department. So contact Kat at NLFX. You can email her, Kat at nlfxpro.com. That's KAT.
Yep.
You can message customer care, either customer care at nlfxpro.com, or go to our website or our Facebook page, and they will route the message to her. But ultimately it goes through her. So you can message me as well, of course, and I'll pass it on. It's maybe someday we will make it a SKU, I guess, but I really doubt that. I think, we'll just keep it kind of where it is right now.
More of a personal thing, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which is definitely cool. Let's see, Mr. Pro DJ, I was asking about how I like the MC 7000 from Denon. I'm liking it a lot. The biggest downfall that I find with it is that you have one microphone control over here and you have the other microphone control over here. And if I'm not used to having to look in two spots when it comes to microphones. So it's like, okay, let's see, mic 2 is over here. Other than that, I've been just completely delighted with the 7000. Tomorrow night we're going to be doing a show where we're going to go through the 7000 piece by piece and looking at every button and every little control and how that works in Virtual DJ. So, guys,
Very cool.
plan to join us tomorrow night. I think that's going on at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. But we'll put tomorrow. Follow my Facebook page, and you guys will see the link. We're going to make that live tomorrow. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Reggie wants to buy the old one, the old backpack. They were talking about. I want a backpack. I want to buy the old one.
You know, it's been suggested that I donate it to the Smithsonian. It's been suggested that we auction it. I don't know. You know what? For now, it's just going to hang around. It's funny because my first thought was going to throw it away.
Yep.
You know, well, it's tore up. I'm going to throw it away. But when people started posting that, I started thinking about it. I started thinking, yeah, there's a lot of stories in those 500,000 miles.
Precisely.
And those tours and those championship games and that sort of thing. I thought, maybe I'm not ready to part with it just yet. So until my wife sneaks it out and throws it in the garbage, it'll probably hang around a little bit.
Which happens.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah, sometimes happens. Good stuff. Gang, we're going to wrap things up. Ben needs to be on his way to dinner. He graciously jumped in and shot tonight's show before going out and getting himself something to eat. So he's a hungry man after being on the trade show floor all day.
All day, yeah. And I had to look at those snacks as I unpacked them, and I thought, well, I could probably just not better not.
Right, well, we're doing this show. What's next? I know.
You can see why we have snacks.
This is great, man. Thank you, Ben. Go enjoy dinner and enjoy your time in Vegas, and we will catch up with you next Tuesday night.
Sounds great. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you.
We'll be back with Brian Red here in about 25 minutes. We'll see you then.